Yo, 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 check it out, fans. What's up, gamers? It's going down, homies. Madden Super Bowl, like I promised. Last Madden upload, I said I'd broadcast the Super Bowl. I also said I'd be on the mic. So here we go, playing against the Ravens. I was so happy to play against the Ravens and not the Browns this time around. The Browns are trash. And Lamar Jackson and crew look like competition here for this time around. I'll go through the yearly awards. I guess they passed them out right for the Super Bowl. I think I forgot about that. I don't know if they did that always last year or what. I don't remember. Looks like Cook got it, baby. Rodgers right behind him. There's Lamar. Creeping up. Gets to that guy. But I don't see no Browns players in there. I don't know how they even do what they did. Coach of the year, you know who got it. Good old Mike Zimmerman. Very sad with the Vikings in real life this year. Getting rid of Diggs. Re-signing Kirk Cousins. Whole bunch of bad decisions. A lot of draft picks, but I don't know. I hope they don't blame Mike Zimmerman when they do bad. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. So Tom Brady and Tampa Bay, the whole new season coming up here. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. You know, everybody's dealing with this coronavirus. That's getting real serious. People staying inside and washing their hands, can't find groceries, all that. So hopefully y'all can forget about all that for a minute while y'all watch the broadcast. Check out my videos I have on there, Smoking Game TV, Call of Duty videos, Apex videos, you know, everything all mixed up. Also got some like soda films. Those are like basically kind of like movies and highlights. Check them out. Other than that, we saw Coach of the Year, go for the AFC. Lamar Jackson took the award, Offensive Player of the Year. Okay. Passing the whole not too far. Last time you see him on this game with the Patriots, son. This is year 2 too, so they re-signed him on the game. They didn't. He didn't go to Tampa Bay. Look at Tua for Miami. That's what they did with Tua, but he did all right. I don't know how he looks or plays like. I didn't play Miami this season. Maybe I'll play him next season. Who knows? Because we in the NFC, you know? We got cross-play like once I think a different division every year or something. Alright, check out Defensive Player of the Year. I'm just going to go through all this. Defensive Player of the Year. Shot everything. Myles Garrett was sacking him when he played in the Super Bowl last year. Sacking a good old Kirk Cousins. I traded him to the Packers, so this will be our second year in the Super Bowl. It's a different quarterback. We're trying to do some crazy things here. Probably going to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. Try to pick up Lamar Jackson. That's my guy. I love him. Ravens my second favorite team. And I'm not just a bandwagon guy. I've always liked the Ravens. They've never always been my second favorite team. But Lamar Jackson going there. I've always been a Lamar Jackson fan. Since Louisville days, all that. Love him. So, as far as my Vikings break hearts, I gotta have another squad to go to when they do that. I don't know who this guy is, or him. A bunch of young guys taking that award. Look at all those guys. One person I know. AFC staff with a bunch of rookies over there. We knew it was Patrick. Andrew Luck still playing. What's he doing? Drew Brees plays for Buffalo. He's still there. Baker Mayfield. I'm the best quarterback. Top 10 in the AFC. I'm at the bottom, about half the league anyway. Bell? guy, but he makes a big impact. He's a big player in this game. And in real life. We're the Browns kicker because they couldn't throw the ball in the end zone, so he was kicking all the points in there, huh? Kicked them all the way through the playoffs. Check out my AFC. Alright, NFC. Yeah. MVP also. Offensive Player of the Year. That's cool, that's cool. Aaron Rodgers right behind him. How many offensive players? Just 2? I thought my guy would be in there, my creative type. Defensive player. Ooh, I took it from Kendrick. I thought Harrison Smith would have got it. Way in the top. Look at that. Them boys big time. I control all 3 of them except for Harrison Smith. Once in a while I'll click on him, but I usually send him blitzes. But these 2, I control most of them. If I'm not on him, I'm on Bar. If I'm not on Bar, I'm on Kendrick. So offensive rookie. Yeah, I don't think we had any rookies on the offense or even playmakers on my team this year. Defense, we had our defensive dude, and he should have got Defensive Player of the Year. Look at this, number 4, our defensive rookie of the year. Bogus, but he was in the top 5 though. Number 4. That's what's up. He's making big plays. This is the best quarterback, Yr2. Let's see if Kirk Cousins is even in here. Nope. I don't see Kurt. That's a good move. So running back. Okay. My guy, that's MVP. Go wide receivers. You know I got that one. He's right behind him. Okay. Yeah, bye-bye, Dick. Guess I can't wear your jersey anymore. Dotson should have won it. He was making big plays all year. D-line. Wow. Are you kidding me? Hunter for sure should have won it. Nuts. Linebacker.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up?
Smith, of course. We got Pepper just up there. He had a good year. Kicker, you know it's Bailey, even though he tricked off 2 extra point kicks, but he went 100% all year from regular field goal attempts. Okay. You know NFL, Pick, Zimmer. You know he's good. Yearly awards right there, fellas. And girls, whoever's tuning in, let's start this show. It's gonna be a good game. I don't think I played them all year. First, you know we running gun out here. Run game gun, baby. Eddie Eaton coming out in all purples. You know, we coming out in the color rush. Bam. No, we come out there after we know the gold. They'll switch to golds. Let's see if they got the one with this thing. Yeah, for the purple. No, they don't. It's okay. We're coming with the color rush. That's the Tyco purple against purple. No, we're doing the black.
Crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, copy. I do my dance, jump in the dance. No man, I deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, put in the gas. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. Yeah, they get good because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damages. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance.
Get it right, man. I only do this one time. We're going Super Bowl.
Hands, thought they could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash.
Ooh, give him the D down the side.
100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat your pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
I know I'm taking forever out of the season. I just want them to change it. I think I'm gonna go with the white black because I don't know if they're gonna change it. We're gonna do it like that. That's tight. Let's get it. Smack around. Game. Look at that. Even look at this. They're not tackles and cornerbacks too.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 55. As we'll get you over to Tampa. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Make it a good one, gents.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Godden, along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
That's coin toss. Come on, baby. Win the toss. Win the toss, baby. Come on. We want to kick. Oh, they both clap. Lamar clapped first. I think he won. You can't tell who won. Yeah, who did it? So, what did they say? Shake hands, everybody. Okay. Let's get it, boys. Let's go. Let's get out there. Oh, you don't know about special teams, man. We're going to smack you all day long. Yeah, Dan Bailey doesn't do the kickoffs. I don't know why he's showing us that. Martin doesn't. comfort.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
I don't know. I know I haven't lost since I started the franchise with this squad, with the Vikings, Yr2. First time for everything now. Here we go. I think we're just blitz him right out the gate. See what he's going to do against that. Right out the gate.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So far, so good wide open fullback. That was my guy, but I chose blitz. Yeah, the Vikings got rid of a lot of people. Lingo Joseph, both our DBs, Trey Wayne and Xavier Rhodes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now we just got a running back. And Keelan, who knows what he's looking to do.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. It's taken on the 25.
That's what he
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
Like a late hit right there.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
It's been quite the evolution for Stefon Diggs because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected. It actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But, boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
26. Check. He's coming. Hey, Delta. Look at you. Hey, Mike 40. In your face. Check 43. Check.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. He's got it complete to Stefon Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. We just highlighted him in the starting lineup. He proves why with a big catch one play later for a first down.
And to paraphrase some of the offensive coaches that we've met along the way, when they throw the football, they're thinking first downs or touchdowns. I think the touchdowns are in his future in this game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
And free safety Yr2 has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's arm. But the thing I think about with him at all times, no matter what happens in front of him on the defensive end of the ball, he's back there to erase any mistakes that happen. The top guy in the league, as far as I'm concerned, in that category.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Orbit. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, D. Check 15. Check 15.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Good play.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker, and Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
There's that defensive issue in the year. Should have been.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Come on, man, you can't hit me like that.
Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
They start the drive with Cook. Gets past one man.
Oh, man, that boy's bad.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Cook.
Come on.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Love how the game just be on cue with what I say. You know what I mean? Commentated and all that.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
Jump out! Mike 40. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Look at this.
Rodgers now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Keep the quiet down.
On play action, now Rodgers.
Ooh.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
It's all right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Got his right. Look at this. Hey, you got 58. Switch.
Back to the ground, Cook. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Check 13. Check 1. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
That boy's doing it. Throwing in my face right now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Rodgers. They set up the screen for Henry.
Can't wait for you on there. He's real slow, man.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody
oh man, somebody stopped it.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point try by Bailey.
Both teams going out. Super Bowl trip.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Nope.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive.
That's the barn.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
All that.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On first down, Ingram, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you take it.
And it's just intercepted. It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a run with Cook.
He's too fast.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Too fast. Very strong. Power and durability out there. This would be the last season that I leave the injuries off. I do that just to set stats, keep teams from cheating. Because if you score a lot of stats with somebody, they'll injure them or whatever. But since I've already established pretty much,
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
I mean, as long as they don't go too crazy, injuring players left and right.
26.
But I think that's the realest part of the game, too.
They run.
Cook. Against everybody, so,
and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Injuries and all that. But I'm thinking of turning them on. Definitely not during the preseason, but the start of next season.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
1 quarter down. Stick to the game plan. We already made a quick interception, bad decision type play. So.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Ooh, 3 blockers.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
Oh, man, that's true.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
It's like, Lamar, man, you got to do something. It's like, I'm trying, coach. I don't see nothing open. It's like, that's okay, I hear you. But you got to do something.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Look, coach is all over, man. He's everywhere. He's talking to everybody out there. Showing him film and everything. Okay, hard work against the camera.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
There you go. Somebody's getting hit.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
No. I was going in for the blasted bar. Like, give me a little defense, like, your offense ain't doing nothing. It's like, what you want me to do about it? Huh? Yeah, get out of here. Walk away. Everybody's talking. Coach talking. Players talking.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
I let him come back up. It's like, yeah, man, I was just hot right now. You try to come at me earlier, man. Yeah, I'm trying to do my job, too.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And he's found the end zone twice. And now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
50. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. Move. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers going long here for Wallace. This is intercepted.
No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not.
Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You got nothing to that. You got nothing. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run. It's Mark Ingram. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook.
Oh, somebody stopped it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just had 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Don't worry, kid. We'll come swoop you up.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point.
We'll come get you, Lamar. We'll be out here for the feel like Aaron Rodgers. Get you,
and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Right
side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better bring it. Show it in. Let it go.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I'm going to hit you all.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Yeah, those two just keep talking over it. Look, what they talking about this time? I don't even know. This time. Let's be best friends.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh no, they
Knocks
did.
it down to Ingram. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Oh, my guy down, man. I ain't done nothing.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. On 1st down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He hit him with his two-step right there. Look at that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Go. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Rip right. 58. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little bit more.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out. Right left. Check 52. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 36, 36.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Come on, fellas.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 40, Mike 40. It's coming this way, Here we go, here we go. Hey, wahoo! 40's the Vikings. Squeeze. They're not ready for this, man.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game.
Yeah.
But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Throwing on 2nd and 14.
No.
Rodgers.
That was the first one. That was a bad idea.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
going back to ask Lamar what he's going to do with like 59 seconds left.
Bailey now for the extra point.
Y'all ain't doing nothing on this defense.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score.
That's my man. And the man can't play the field like that, yo. Great.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Jackson now. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
People playing volleyball out there.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That was a good play right there.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Get ready. Hey, Haywood. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone.
There it is.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Gotta see that instant replay. That's the one we've been trying to hit. That boy threw a rope that time. He didn't underthrow him. He put it right in the bread basket. To yours truly. Let's get it. That's our Super Bowl touchdown we've been looking for. Nice little decent celebration. What are you telling the Viking fans? Let's go. Let's get it.
Extra point try by Bailey. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Themselves are going to the second half.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Drop the wide try video, killed parents who trying to climb up his birthday gift. Gave him one, you know what I mean? Show some love out there. Everybody's going through some things, and people having birthdays during this crisis, you know? Shout out to them. Give it up however you can.
So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to, and he's locked in on it pretty well right now. I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
Do you think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Bravo! 40's Mike, 40's the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Diggs has it. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight.
Busy all night.
He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown run. As his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Ooh, Harbaugh's going off on it. Yeah. Like
now Bailey to tack on the extra point.
No,
and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. But he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left.
Come on, Bart, get over.
Now he'll pull it down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Ingram.
You ain't going nowhere.
Ooh.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
No. 158. Get right. Right there. You're not ready. Kill.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Man, we didn't get up.
On the ground, it's Cook. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20.
He almost did it.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Look at him calling me. What you want to say? What you want?
Don't be doing that to Baltimore, For real, They gave you one of our best defensive players. You gonna do this,
I knew you'd be mad. I knew you'd be mad on this one, yo. I didn't expect it to be like this, yo.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I did not expect
11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm thinking they could score at least a touchdown, yo. I'm thinking they could score a touchdown.
Keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Second and goal from the 6 this time. On the carry, it's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Trying to distract me. I knew Drunkler was coming to get me and yell at me about his team getting smashed out here. It's going to be a tough one. I don't know.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Let's go.
In the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
All right, I had to take a little pit stop. Let's go.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
I'm going to go on a limb and say I hold Baltimore.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Got that quick
and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Ooh,
and
that
one
down.
got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
What was Aaron talking about? It's like, I got you, man. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific
like,
so
yeah,
far.
Man. You know, 1 touchdown ain't good enough.
Fielded at about the 28.
Let's go. Ooh, good tackle.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Over here. Slant. Jump out. Crash. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Chef. We didn't do that.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Weaver, he got the best of Weaver this time. Let's go. That man's been tackling Cook all night long.
Mike's 40. Mike inside. Hey, Alpha. 40's Mike. No. Hold. Mike 40. Check. He's coming. I got one.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. It's complete to Diggs.
Oof. I didn't have time to wait to throw down the field. I didn't
on the 1st down completion.
Like the DB was holding me right on the left side out there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Take that. Diggs is having a good game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, there it is.
And
Dang it,
Rodgers
they got my guy.
down.
They got
him.
Give it a first sack.
Charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, you block over here. Watch the twist.
Whoa.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Over. Let's go. Pick it up, G.
Derrick Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Good blocking.
And he's got some Derrick Henry all alone. score. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, 29 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
I ain't had it.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
We got 4. We got 4.
Rodgers now to throw.
Yep.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did.
All that is very much true.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second down, Ingram. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Jackson.
Oh, they
go
want
screen. This is Ingram.
Oh, no. Big play.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensing the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Look at them all having fun over there. And I was just pumping them up. I don't know, man.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to
Lamar
punt for
stay
Baltimore.
with the Ravens for another year.
This will be taken at the 10.
There you go.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
Here we go.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it.
Oh, he's going.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You know how we get focused to end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Hatchet. Watch the safety. Right now. You got 58. Lucky. Spot.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Check. Back one. Crunch.
They'll run it again with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Come on. Stay right there. Oh.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun.
I saw that coming out of there.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard
Floating up there in the way to do
The
that.
catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Right at the helmet. Yeah, maybe Martin need a little more accuracy lessons out here, man. What's he doing in this video game? They got him messed up, man.
Jackson now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah,
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's a
out here in the Super Bowl.
20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 72 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Bailey now for the extra point.
Just got 100
and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Points all season.
I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Got the defense there. They're ready.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
Let's go, let's go.
And now here come the Ravens. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 15 on it. Here we go. Undercrush.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
Just got it.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't
escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put
oh man, I didn't see triangle to the last second. That's sad.
I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from these teams.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive game.
Man, they wouldn't let me get out there.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Inside. 319. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the super down.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Hey, high 7. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Come on, D. Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Left 44 back there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check that. White left. 49.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check 99. Check 99.
He looks tired. Look at him breathing heavy over their linebacker.
They'll try and run for it with Henry.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. No, he did not. He got
The Ravens have got it.
Yes.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. Yep. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And the computer has let it stand before, even though they know it's kind of fumble. Or, you know, or catch or first down, you know. Yeah, we got it.
To review the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They got it right.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They run, Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watch the run. He's soft, baby. That's baby soft. March 40. Back north. I got him.
Hey, seam 6.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
Get that.
Quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership of that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try by Bailey. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
And this one was over the first 3 minutes.
They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Where you at? 25 left. Coach going over there.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson. And incomplete.
And the 7th and passing. He does not look like he's 7th and passing. That defense is just locking him down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Jackson will throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
Got him. That's the one I was looking for. There it is.
Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And now out comes Minnesota. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get
Cook strip. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
He has a few fumbles this season, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Get that ball. Check 3, check 3. 25, check 25, check 25.
And the busy night for Henry continues.
Yep, and he got him.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Yep, yelling at somebody else there. Got the Ravens sidelines all frustrated.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
But Jimmy looked at the tight end. That was funny.
Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch.
We give up a lot
it's
of
third down.
yards, but that's about it. We don't give up too many touchdowns. We give up some passing yards. This game is holding it down.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
Yep.
From the gun, Jackson.
Come on.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got his man Sharp complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now this one complete on the slant route. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll run
What? Come on,
He'll get
man.
just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Very good.
To throw again on second down. Jackson.
No, he did not
inside
make
the
that
20
catch.
before he's brought down.
Wow.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First time goal line defense gotta come out here.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now here's Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Come on, coach. Just one touchdown. I know it's one, but just
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
I'm not playing defense.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Celebrate that. Getting blown out in the Super Bowl.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
We're going to run it back out. We're going to try to push for a 100.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst. Now look out.
Come on, no, he did not. I'm trying to slide through. You're not letting me slide.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
Why is he not sliding when I'm tapping square?
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Let me see. The booth ain't doing it. Oh my gosh. They won't let me do it. Oh no way. So unbelievable, Rodgers. You would not slide. You're getting traded. You're done. Yo. That would have been ground causing, but he slipped under him and popped it out. Wow, what a play.
Check, Mike 57. Mike
Number
57.
40 comes through. After being yelled at the whole game.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He got the interception.
Tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Yeah. Number 19 had a chance, too. 89 had a chance.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They start the drive with Cook. He's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, 58, right there.
Oh,
And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
58, right over there. Right 26. Mike, 58, right there. I know. Hey, exit. 58.
To throw is Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty?
Oh,
why not
yeah,
a penalty?
he was all over.
What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Wasn't. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line.
What a point.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens will take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being balanced and picking passes off.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers there. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's able to find Wallace. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers looking to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
11-yard line. What do we got? What do we can do on the 11-yard line? Hold up. Go straight for the touchdown.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
58. Jump out. 58 to Mike. Go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
There it is.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna trade your ass off this game on this team. No. I wouldn't be that stupid.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point.
Sorry, you my captain. Let's go.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Like that. But you know how we do it. Vikings
so they
all
only
day.
needed 3
He's
plays
a real
on that
purple team, yo.
drive. And it's polished off
purple
by a
first,
Vikings score.
You know that. You know the history, y'all. But y'all still my second favorite team. Let's play. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's another excellent season. Looking forward to the next one. I might broadcast a little bit off the off season, but we'll see. Got a lot of projects going down with Call of Duty, Warzone, and all that stuff dropping.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
Ingram churning. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.